Jacob Robert. I'm a jazz drummer from Copenhagen in Denmark, and I'm doing this video to do a comparison that I found really interesting. I have two Ludwig Supraphonics, a 5-inch. They're both from the 1960s. The one over here to my right is 1964. As you can see, it's quite pitted. It has quite some road wear. And to the left I have an early 1960s pre-serial Ludwig Supraphonic. Now I want to compare these drums because they have two different types of hoops. The 1964 one has a steel hoops, and the early 1960s ones has a chrome over brass hoops. And I want to highlight the subtle difference there is in the sound based on the different types of hoops. So I have fitted these drums with the exact same configuration of heads. They have ambassador coated on top, as you can see here, and they have ambassador snare hazy on the bottom. And both of the drums have the original vintage Ludwig 18 strand snare wires. The only difference between the drums, besides the pitching, is the muffler, which I'm not using anyway. This one has an early round knob muffler, and this one has a red baseball bat, the red felt baseball bat muffler. And then of course the hoops, that is chrome over brass on this one, and steel on this one. And I have tried my best to tune the drums so that they are exactly the same tuning. And I'm just gonna tap the heads lightly so you can hear that. And the bottom heads. And I'm now going to try to play the drums, and I will afterwards I'll make some comments, but I will first of all I'll try to play them and let you digest a little bit what you think. First, without the snares on. And rim shots. Rim clicks. And now I'll try to put the snare wires on both drums. So guys, let me know what you think. Add your thoughts in the comments below. I can also try to hit them with the thick end of the stick. I can tell you that I have made a recording. So I have had both of these drums taken apart completely, and I have renovated them both, cleaned them up, and have taken all the hardware off. And doing that, I tried to tap the shells, and I can tell you that the shells sound pretty much exactly the same. I made a recording with my phone of one of the shells, and I'm gonna add it at the end here, so you can hear what that sounds like. Just finger tapping on the naked drum shell. That was this one, by the way. My feeling is that the steel hoops on this drum open up the overtones in the drum a little bit more, whereas the slightly heavier brass hoops on this one tend to dampen the heads a little bit more and maybe give it a little bit deeper resonance. It sort of enhances the deeper frequencies in the lower frequencies in the sound of the drum. Is my impression. And this one has a little bit more ring to it, a little bit more resonance. I'm just gonna lower the tension on the snare wires just a tiny bit, because that opens up the sound a little bit more. The snare wires choke the drum a little bit less when there's less tension on them, and that, I think that enhances even more the difference between these two drums. Say to me the rim shots also feel different. This one is a little bit more buttery and fat, and this one has a little bit more power maybe to the rim shot and a little bit more high frequency. I'm just gonna change the drums around now, so just to demonstrate that the acoustics of the room, if it plays any role, I just want you to be able to tell. So just gonna hit the drums a bit again. Tighten the snare wires again a little bit. Okay. And just before I finish, I'm just gonna make one slightly different comparison here. I'm just gonna add in this baby. This is 1970s blue olive badge 6.5 super sensitive, and I'm gonna raise the playing surface of this one a little bit. So, and I'm gonna compare it to the 1964 Supraphonic because they then both have the chrome over steel hoops. So this one is tuned slightly higher because it's a 6.5 drum, and they tend to get mushy in the sound or lack of definition in the sound if they're tuned too low. And just so you can hear the difference. Tension on this one a little bit. So maybe you can hear that that's what the 6.5 inch shell allows, is to get that a little bit more fat sound, still with a tighter tension on the snare wires. It doesn't choke the drum as much. You can have the heads tighter, you can have the snare wires tighter, and get a very nice definition. And still get a very nice body to the sound, where this one, if you want to get that rich body where the drum really resonates, you have to loosen the wires a little bit, and then you get a little bit more sustain from the wires, a little bit more rattle, which is usually not a problem at all when you're playing with music. But it's just, I wouldn't say one drum is better than the other. I actually mostly prefer the 5 inch. Because I really like the definition you get from having the bottom head close to the top head. But I also really love the 6.5. Yeah, and that's that's it. I'm gonna add just a sound clip here at the end with the finger tapping of the shell. And thank you for tuning in. Thank you for listening and watching this.